So, it's been a little bit. I've been so busy recently with the whole moving process and working and all kinds of stuff. And I just want to talk about TTRPGs. It's been a little bit since I've actually focused on TTRPGs, and I've had a whole bunch that have, let me grab them over here, that have come in the mail over time, especially over just these last, I don't know, 6 months. It's been a while. Um, and I just kind of want to go through them and show you what I'm excited about right now. I haven't really been up to date on TTRPG Kickstarters or anything like that. So this is very much going to be here's what I'm excited about right now based off of what I have. Because I'm so behind on everything and I'm just excited about the games I have. How many times can I say have? I don't know. But let's look at them. All right, quick change in the background light. So I'm going to be trying my best to get these semi in order of when I got them, but it's been a while, so we'll see how accurate I get. But first off is Kids on Bikes. Now, I have Kids on Brooms. I've played Kids on Brooms. I really loved Kids on Brooms. I've run one shot with it. I've played in a one shot, and then I tried to run another one, and then we ended up getting sidetracked and not playing the whole time. So I've had a little bit of experience with the system. I really enjoy it personally. I think it is really, really fun. And so when they decided to do the second edition of Kids on Bikes on Kickstarter, I'm like, all right, well, I have to get this. So I ended up backing the game, and now I have the book. I haven't really read through much of it, and that's the same thing with most of these. So I had to get up and close to adjust the camera. But I haven't read most of these books that I have, and I am really into reading my TTRPG books. I think it just helps me understand the game more and get kind of really into it. And quite a few on my shelf are read through, and I've been really wanting to read these, but life has been busy, and sometimes I just feel like playing a game. And so most of these have gone unread, but I want to start working through them again, especially with running some games because it's been a while since I've done much of that. Um, but Kids on Bikes looks really good. It's I'm not sure how many changes they made to the system itself versus the first edition, but we'll see once I get to it. The second thing we have is actually 3 parts, so let me grab up all of them. Here we go. Now this is Dead Air. Really cool cover. Probably one of my favorite TTRPG book covers just because I am really into The Last of Us, and that is the whole reason I actually ended up getting this game, because they said that it was a game based off of Last of Us, and it is that. The whole thing is there's this blight that takes over the whole world that makes kind of these undead creatures. And a lot of it is reference to mushrooms and fungi and plant based apocalyptic things. And that is very Last of Us. And it's really, really cool. I know that this was originally a game, and I think this is a new version where they implemented group rules, because you can actually play as a community, and that's something I've really enjoyed in both The Last of Us and also The Walking Dead, was games or apocalypse series that actually focus on the people and the communities that are happening during that time and aren't just all action, let's kill zombies. And so that's really cool. I've read a good bit of this game so far. I haven't gotten super into the system, but I do want to say that the first part of this game is basically letters and journals and videos and recordings from people before, during, and after this apocalyptic event happened with the blight. And it sets the tone so well. I can't even believe it. And as soon as I read that, I'm like, all right, I know I'm gonna love this book. And it was so good. It reminded me of in The Last of Us, where you go around and you find notes and recordings that people have done, and that give you kind of context to the whole story, and other and how other people are faring through this situation. And so this was really cool. And of course, I got the early bird thing, so I got bunch of add-ons like Dead Air Seasons, The Daughter of the Blight, which I think this is a pre-written scenario. And then I also have Dead Air Brave New World, which I think this is expansions on it. I don't know. I haven't gone through either of these yet because I haven't gone through the whole main game. So I'm a little less informed on exactly what's going on there, but it looks cool. Third off, we have a game that I actually found out about through my podcast called Cottages and Cerberus. Now, so far out of all of these, except one other, there's one other that I've played. This is the only other one that I have played, and I have run a few short sessions. Not really a one-shot, but we like kind of did a one-shot and then we just wanted to keep going. And so I've played a little bit of this. I've also played this on the Roleplay Rejects podcast, which made me fall in love with this game because I played my little Mycelia, and she wanted to take over the whole world with fungi. She was really cute, little mushroom girl. And I just love the game, and I talked with the creator about it, and I thought it was really cool, and then I've gotten to play it with my siblings, and that was really awesome. So, Cottages and Cerberus, this is one that I'm really excited about. It's been a while since I ran any of the sessions for that game that we were playing, and I think I should probably pick it back up because it's really cute and goofy. You are, like, think cute Animal Crossing Stardew Valley vibes, where you're these cute little characters, and, you know, you fish and you gather things and you go to shops and, like, all of that, and you make comfy little houses. It's like that, and then add monster hunting to actually get your necessities. And it's really cool. So, what I'm trying to remember what I did for my game. Oh my gosh, what did we go hunting after? I don't remember. Hold on, I want to grab my notebook. So I have a little notebook that I usually keep track of all of my like one-shots in, whether I play in them, run them, whatever. And I know that I did it in this. Yes. Oh yeah, they were going to be making spring onion bread for a festival, and they needed spring onions, and they went out into the forest to find spring onions. They ended up smelling spring onion bread and got attacked by a house mimic that they went inside to try and get the bread. The bread ended up being real, and so when they ended up defeating this house mimic, they ate the bread as like a little picnic afterward, found some spring onions, and then made bread for the festival. It was really cute. Artie and Agatha were the characters, little camel and bat, adorable. But Cottages and Cerberus, I'm really excited about. I need to play more of this game just because I enjoy the goofy, fun, funky vibes of like the types of adventures you can do in it. So, I love that. Now, we have, these ones came around the same time, so I'm not too worried if I get this in right order. We have Frontier Scum. Now, this one I bought not too long ago. This is actually the only one out of all these piles that didn't come from a Kickstarter. But I got this one because, so it is a Morkborg hack. And the really cool thing about it is the fact that it's acid spaghetti western. So it is just like weird Wild West, but dark, and it has the whole vibe of the way that Morkborg is, with the really like stylized art and book, where actually the whole thing is laid out like newspapers and or like a little shop magazine or things like that you would kind of find in that old Western world. And it is so freaking cool. This is like probably one of my favorite Morkborg hacks that I have seen. Just with like the stylizing of the book and also the theme of it, I just think is really funny. I'm trying to find one of my favorite pages. Oh yeah, we've got like a wanted poster. And this is for like making your character, and so it's got like character options and stuff on it, and it's just really cool. But yeah, I love like acid western roleplay. Like I saw this book so long ago, and then they were sold out of it, and then they had a Kickstarter to do a second printing and do like some expansion stuff for it, I believe, as well. And then it finally like actually got into the shop, and I'm like, all right, I'm buying it because I've seen this book for forever and I need it. So I'm really excited to read more through that, and I'd love to run a game using like Morkborg and stuff because I just haven't yet, which is weird. Feels like I should have, but I just haven't gotten there. And next we have Koriko. So Koriko is really cool. It is a solo game by Mousehole Press, and it is all about playing as like a young witch, and you have to leave home and move to a big city called Koriko and live there for a year. And you live there all by yourself, and you basically have to kind of go through the world on your own. And you know, it's kind of inspired by Studio Ghibli, so it's like kind of that slice of life type thing. And you make friends and you have things happen, and then like at the end of the year you have to decide if you stay or you want to go back home. And so it's really cool, and I've actually been playing this recently. And for this Kickstarter, I got the whole box set because it was like a couple bucks more to get everything in a box, and so I did. But I do want to share like the inside. We've got the cute little Koriko book, and like the art's adorable inside. Look at that. So cute. I got tarot cards that came with the game that basically have all the prompts on them. I have a little dice bag with a bunch of wooden dice in it because you actually do dice stacking as a resolution mechanic in this game. I have my notebook in here, which normally it doesn't have a notebook in it, but because I'm playing, I've got my notebook in there. I've got my entries. And then it also came with a bunch of stickers and a cute little bookmark that gives you quick references to pages on the back, which is really handy. But I've been really enjoying Koriko as a game. I've been wanting to play more solo games in general, but I get kind of intense about it sometimes, and it can be really hard. So I've given myself like, hey, I'm going to play this game, but I'm going to take it like super easy. I'm going to not overthink anything and hope that like I can actually get more of this game played. And so far it's been going really well. I haven't made an entry in a few days just because it's been busy. I went to my younger siblings' cubing competition and I just got distracted, but it's really fun. I like my character, and I want to start doing some like videos, like kind of giving like updates on what's going on in that game and stuff. So I may do that as well. And then finally, out of everything, we have one more thing left, and this is the most recent, and one of the most recent Kickstarters I even backed as well. The turnaround time was insane, but it is Bump in the Dark by Jex Thomas. Now, I love this. Monster of the Week was my beginning of like TTRPGs outside of D&D, and when I found out about Bump in the Dark, I just thought it was a really fun concept. It uses the Forge in the Dark system instead, but it's basically a Monster of the Week game. And I brought on Jex to actually talk about it on my podcast, and it was really awesome like hearing their thought process on like why they made the game and kind of how it's a bit of a love letter towards Monster of the Week. And I just think it's really cool. They were an awesome creator to be able to support and actually get the game for. And I finally have it, and I'm really excited. I've flipped through a little bit. Again, I haven't read much of anything out of this whole pile here, but I really want to run my next Monster of the Week game in this system, because I think what Jex did was really cool, and kind of taking some inspiration from like Brindlewood Bay, mystery mechanics and stuff like that, I think is really awesome. So I'm really excited for Bump in the Dark. I'm really excited for Dead Air. I'm really excited for Koriko, Frontier Scum, Kids on Bikes. Cottages in Cerberus. I'm excited for all of these, but everything's just been so busy that I kind of wanted to take some time just to be excited about some games and talk about some games for a little bit. So I hope that you have enjoyed that. I'm really excited to actually read through some of these games and kind of get back into the whole TTRPG stuff. It's been a wild last few months. It's weird to basically move at the beginning of the month or beginning of the year, um, and then just figure out everything. Went through some burnout, been questioning a lot of things on what I want to do and how I want to proceed with the RPG Goblin going forward, and I think I'm ready to start taking some of those steps because, like, just doing this, I'm really excited. I set up my camera to actually record this because I've been really wanting to do that, and I just think it's really cool. And so I want to take new steps towards the RPG Goblin and what we can do. Yeah, I've got ideas and things I want to try, and I hope that you guys will follow along. And I hope that you're also excited for TTRPGs, and let me know what ones that you're excited for, because I have no idea what's new right now. I just know what's new to me, and that what I've gotten from Kickstarters are always really exciting, because you wait all this time for this book to then finally get it and then be like, I have the power. Like, I can actually finally use it. And for me, I love when I get the physical books because, like, PDFs, fantastic, amazing, especially for being able to share information with players who aren't with you physically. But man, I love having that physical book. That really gets me into the game. But yeah, I should probably stop this now. I've been recording for long enough and I don't want my camera to, stop. So I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you have some games that you are playing and thinking about. And yeah, bye.